let's now answer this question. It says, Maddie decides to do a tour of the city and visit each landmark exactly once. Now, let's stop here for a second. We're dealing with landmarks. We know that the landmark is a vertex. So if we're worried about hitting each landmark only once, well, in our head, as soon as we think of a vertex, we think Hamilton. If we want to hit each vertex only once, that means it can't be a Hamiltonian cycle, because a Hamiltonian cycle finishes where we started, so we would end up seeing one twice. It has to be a Hamiltonian path. So now when the first question says, what is the mathematical name for the type of journey Maddie wants to take, we know that this is going to be a Hamiltonian path. All right, next one. It says, suppose she starts at S, then visits R, and eventually finishes at T. Write down the order Maddie will visit the landmarks. So we're starting with S, then we're going to R. Oh, whoops, daisy, sorry. Then we're going to R, and then eventually we'll get to T. What is going to be the bits in between? So let's come up here and let's think about it. So we're starting here, and then the next one we go to is R. So we go S to R, and now I need to end here. I can only hit each vertex only once. So that means the way that I'm going to have to do this is I'm going to have to go like this. Q, P, O, N, U, T. That's the only way to do it. So that means I'll come down here and I'll write down that order. So it's going to be Q, P, O, N, U, and then U to T. Okay, then we have this. Suppose Maddie starts at S and then visits R. So we're going to the same thing. We're starting at S and then visiting R, but does not finish at T. List 3 different ways she can visit the landmark. So we're starting at S, going to R, but this time we're not finishing at T. So we need to figure out 3 different ways of doing this. All right, so let's come back up here. And this time I'm going to keep S to R, but now I'm going to get rid of this. We're not finishing at T. So what's it going to be? That rhymed. All right, so what are we going to do here? I could do this. I could go U, T, N, O, P, Q. That would be one way of doing it. What else could I do? I could go T, U, P, O, P, Q. And then the last way that I could do it, I'll grab another pen color. Let's go purple. I could go like this. I could go Q, P, O, N, T, U. So none of those options did I end with a T, but there are 3 different ways of going about it there. So let's come down here and let's write down each of those options. Perfect. Grab this red. So I can say S, T, then U, then N. That's a funny looking N. N, then O, then P, then Q. Or I could go U, then T, then N, then O, then P, then Q. Or I could go S, Q, P, then O, then N, then T, then U. Perfect. And just like that, we are all done. We have answered that question right there. Hopefully this has made sense, and I'll see you in the next one.